Hey everybody, welcome to week 2. I trust you got through week 1, everything went okay. I'm going to start grading here pretty quick, so you'll be able to see some feedback on your efforts. And just be sure on the discussion board specifically, if you're not getting full points, you might go back and review the rubric in the syllabus to see what the requirements are to be sure that you're maximizing all of those point making opportunities. And the same thing works with the homework. I'll probably put a rubric out that shows what I'm looking for on that, although by now I think you guys would have a pretty good idea what a complete paper is. And speaking of homework, I'm going to go ahead and go through what's expected in week 2 so we don't have any confusion anywhere. For assignment 2.1, it says use all necessary resources, internal documents, interviews, anything in your organization to identify some goals and strategies. Explain it thoroughly, explain the strategic, tactical, and operational plans which support it. Now recognize that not every company's got plans that fall into each of those areas, which is primarily whether it comes from the top management, middle management, or operations management. So if you don't have one that falls into each of those categories, don't sweat it, but be sure that you identify what goals and plans are in place. And when it talks about the whether it's corporate or business level strategies, be sure you explain that, and then how your current position fits into that strategic goal. Now, know that if you are working in an organization that it's like impossible to find this information out, you might think about a past organization that you worked at or somebody else's organization. You don't have to use the same organization for every assignment that you're doing. So maybe that will help you guys a little bit to pick whatever places of work, or even some that you can recall from memory that you've used in the past. Okay. The next assignment is for assignment 2.2 is to conduct a thorough SWOT analysis of your organization. Now, as I said in my opening letter last week, if it's a 20-point assignment, it's normally 2 pages. That's not the case with the SWOT analysis. I'm really only expecting 1 page. And on that page you can bullet point it. Be sure you just do strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. And you should have 3 or 4 elements in each one of those areas. Okay, so if you only have 2 strengths, you're not going to get full points. You need to think harder about some potential strengths that you have in your organization. Also, if you flip to where knowing that strengths and weaknesses are internal and opportunities and threats are external, if you get those mixed up, you won't get maximum points for those. So this is one of those assignments that really takes more thinking than it does writing. So that's why you still get 20 points for doing that one correctly. On 2.3, you'll go online and complete the Myers-Briggs type indicator. Now be sure when you go on there that, and all the information is on the website or in Angel on how to access that. Be sure that you only take the MGTA, because there's other tests on there and you don't want to take tests and have to pay for something in addition to what you've already paid for with the MGTA profile. And then go into the Dropbox. You won't get anything back from the MGTA assessment, but be sure you put in the Dropbox, just go into where it says submit, put in test taken or whatever, so that I know you've done it, and that way I can double check and download your results from that. And then assignment 2.4, that one's an easy entrepreneurial quiz. It's out of the book, so you won't have any problems with that. So, oh, and on your Myers-Briggs, that will we'll scan the results and send those to you, so you'll be getting those back because you'll need that for some later assignments in week 4. Okay. Now, at the end of week 3, when you get done with this on November the 27th, I believe it is, there's going to be this magical folder that opens up on there that says Assessment 1. And you will go in and you will download that document, and that document is 5 questions that you have to answer. The answers need to be half a page to a full page, double space. And I've got a rubric that's attached to that as well. So that's a 100-point assignment for those 5 questions. So, you know, do the math on that. You're looking at 20 points per question. So be sure you give that some thought, and you've got 3 days to put that in the assessment Dropbox. So I know you've got a lot of work coming up for week 2, but I trust that you guys can do it. So stay blessed, and we'll be in touch. Thanks.